play dead. I knew there would be a lot of dogs out here, but there are a lot of dogs. Boy, we have chosen a great distracting environment to train in. This is exactly what I needed. I'm Zach George. I train dogs. This is my new dog, and I'm gonna show you how I train her from day one. Things definitely won't always go smoothly. You can start from the beginning, or you can pick up anywhere. Subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an episode. When you put into motion an approach based on love and respect, your results will forever remain in motion. This is inertia. Welcome to the dog training experience. In this episode, we're going to see how Inertia is doing with her obedience around all sorts of distractions, including other dogs, which is extra challenging for her. And we'll see if she can do an entire heel session, basically off leash in her new park. She's been really off and on in public. Sometimes she's doing well, sometimes she's not. Hopefully there's some things in my Pupbox that are going to help me. It's basically a subscription box service. They send you things that really help you train your dog based on their specific age. The first thing you'll notice when you get a Pupbox is this card, and they give you information to really help keep you focused on what you need to be working on. That is a packed box right there. What is this? A safety light. When you have a dog, you want to be able to take them out if it's a little bit dark. This will make them easier to see. It can go around the collar or leash. What a neat texture this is. She likes this toy. That's good. This is what we call currency. This is stuffed with carrot, sweet potato, and pumpkin right here, so that'll really keep her interest for a while. That's a fun tug toy right there. Can you turn? Spin. Good, her spin is looking good. See, even with toys, you can encourage them to follow a lure like that, and you can reward with a game of tug. Nice job. We get a couple of bags of different treats here. Having a variety of different types of currencies is essential if you're interested in making rapid progress in your training. Pupbox is gonna give everyone 50% off of their first Pupbox when you sign up for a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription. Go to pupbox.com/Zach and use discount code Zach. I'll have the details in the description. I promise you, if you're really interested in training your dog, you're gonna find Pupbox to be incredibly useful. All right, let's go to the park. I'm using the front clip harness because even though Inertia doesn't react as much as she used to, in the event that she does bark or lunge towards another dog, it'll be easier to redirect her. However, the goal is to prevent this from happening in the first place. Just because the dog is gone doesn't mean the distraction is gone. There's a whole scent trail that's been left behind. I like your dog. Stay. Thank you, just working on training. I got a little distracted there and she got a little impatient because, you know, I kind of like to explain to people that I'm training my dog when I just stop like that. Over here. See, like, a little anxious, but she's not going totally crazy. Let me see if I can get her back. Hey, Inertia, can you sit, please? Thank you. Yes, that's wonderful. Good. Okay, let's go. And let's just promptly move on here. So I'm in this large populated city park area here in Atlanta, and I mean, there's so many real, leave that alone. Good girl. There's so many real world distractions. Leave it, see this? Leave it. Can you give me a sit instead? Good. Leave it alone. Good. So I'm gonna give her a nice reward there for leaving alone the garbage. Leave it. I think we'll pick this up and throw it away while we're here. Okay. This is Atlanta's Beltline right here, and people walk their dogs, so again, you still have the issue of lots of different scents and just being outdoors in general as a distraction. Even I am attempting to bypass exercise today to see if we can save it for our main training lesson. And because I haven't exercised her, I'm not gonna hold her to the same standard, not yet anyway, that I would expect when she was a bit older and had a bit more life experience. Let's go. Good girl. There we go. Nice job. And so my primary currency here is going to be the environment, just encouraging her to keep exploring, but not explore so much that she's pulling me way ahead. This is our compromise right now. There's so many squirrels around here that provide constant distractions when you're walking too. But she's getting good. She acknowledges them, but she doesn't necessarily start charging after them, though sometimes she does. Let's go. Come on. We're in a completely different part of the park right now. This is called the Meadow, and there are the occasional people walking by, but you can believe that this being an unfamiliar place to Inertia, she's gonna be very tempted and unlikely to listen to me, I feel like. But let's get a baseline. Let's see what happens when I call her. Inertia, come. Excellent start. I'm definitely gonna reinforce that. I love the automatic sit there. Good job. You're not allowed to eat wood. Leave it alone. Can you leave this alone? Thank you. Okay, come here. Yeah, good. Perfect. Inertia, you're great. Okay, come here. Good. Can you give me a heel? Good. Look at me. Yes, heel. Come on, let's go. Perfect. Wait. I'm gonna try to work on a little bit of heel training with Inertia. Let's see if she'll do that in this very distracting environment. You can see she's like trying to look at me, but there's a pedestrian coming up. Let me see. Okay, come on, let's go. Wait. Yes. So I'm gonna try and be a little bit more engaging. Back up. I'm also gonna practice throwing in some random requests to her, like stay or wait. Very good. Yes. Leave it alone. Let's go. Heel. Good. Wait. Back up. Good. Heel. Wait. Look here. Yes. Good. Easy. Nice. She's doing great there. That was a left turn. Let's see how she does with her right turn. How about this way? Nice. Good girl. We've got another runner coming up. Let's see if she'll do this heel in the face of a jogger. Inertia, look at me. Heel. This way. Come on. Let's go. Yes. Good. Good. Come here. Heel. Come on. Stay. Thank you. That was pretty awesome. Really good. Nice work, Inertia. Okay, let's go. I'm changing surfaces. Let's see if that throws her off. Okay, this way. Heel, come on, come on, come on, come on. You're doing great. Let's go. Wait. Okay, good. Nice job. Hey, that was wonderful. I'm gonna give her a break. And as an added reward, just let her kind of roam a little bit on the leash, check things out. So it's not just completely like disciplined school all the time. She is entitled to a life, isn't she? Oh, a dog over here. Did you see how she lit up? Inertia, come. Ah, failure point. While Inertia has been improving in public when dogs pass at close range, it's challenging to be more interesting to her than another dog. So I'm continuing to be consistent and patient. In this case, I'm waiting for the dog to get a little farther away, at which time I will call Inertia and reward and praise her for complying. Let's go, here. Perfect. Sit. Waiting for her to look at me right now, automatically, without a request. Yes. Okay. So I'll be honest there, I mean, there was a breakdown in stay. I asked her to stay. She was so excited by the dog walking by. But those are kind of the things that you have to get better and better at when you're training in public. There's no such thing as a perfect dog or a perfect trainer. But overall, she did decently well. I mean, she didn't go lunging after the dog. She did summon enough restraint to hold her stay. So I appreciate that as well. In order to make my job a little bit harder, I'm gonna get her really into the toy and let her play with it out here for a second before I use it as a primary distraction. She is in love with this Pupbox toy. Inertia could use some more practice staying when exciting things are going on around her. Now, I know that Inertia loves certain types of toys, so that's a good place to start. If she can't stay for this toy, she certainly can't stay while another dog is nearby. I think we demonstrated that Inertia really loves the toy. Now let's ask her to stay without notice. Stay. Okay, so she broke stay there. She wasn't quite ready to listen to stay with such little notice in that case. So I need to take a step back here and make stay a little bit easier. Yes. Look at me, stay. Ultimately, I'm working to be able to ask her to stay and then a 1/10 of a second later, have her hold that stay no matter what's going on around her. Okay, ready? Go get it. Nice job. And stay. There we go, good. So I did have to get her a little warmed up. Stay. Looks like we have a dog in the distance. That should be a significant distraction too. Let's see if we can take advantage of this and make it a training opportunity. Had to interrupt her there. Thank you. Good job, stay. And we also have distance. So we have distance, duration, distractions, albeit not perfect at all, but we're getting there, see? So multiple distractions. I'm many feet away from her. Stay. Shouldn't have to repeat stay necessarily there, but I'm choosing to do it for emphasis because I'm dealing with a dog that's under a year old. Okay, come here. So I don't want to push that stay to an endless failure. Wanted to make sure that we set her up for success there. One thing about Inertia is that she really loves dogs and loves paying attention to dogs. I mean, everyone that walks by, she's got to take a look at. And I don't expect her to tune them out. But the next exercise I have in store for us is training Inertia how to listen at close proximity to dogs without having access to dogs. So there's a dog park right down over here. I'm just gonna do a quick general training session to see how she does over there, because it's off peak hours right now. I don't expect it to be too busy. This is a pretty big dog park, so way down there you can probably see a few dogs in the distance. I wanna make sure that I can get Inertia to pay attention to me at this distance from those dogs before I get much closer. Because these aren't just dogs taking a walk, these are dogs that are running and playing and chasing toys and roughhousing. I mean, barking, doing all sorts of things that might be extra distracting than, say, a dog we would encounter out here. Nonetheless, I want to teach her, no matter what's going on around you, no matter how excited or distracted you are, you ultimately need to listen to me because it's in your best interest. Inertia, can you sit? Good girl. Great. I like to do a sit to measure a dog's willingness to comply. Clearly, Inertia is compliant. Okay, let's get closer. All right, we've kind of snuck up here. I didn't realize the dogs are getting close. So you can see right now, I mean, she's really enticed. You got this person throwing a ball over here, all the dogs following suit. Inertia, come. Okay, she's not compliant here. Maybe I'm asking too much of her. Let me encourage her to interact calmly with some of those dogs through the fence. I don't mind her noticing the dogs at this point in her training, but I am trying to prevent outbursts towards other dogs. Sometimes it's important to meet your dog halfway. I spoke to the people who were with these dogs and was told they'd be happy to meet Inertia through the fence. Can you sit? Good. Stay? Yes. And she's taking treats, meaning that she's not so overstimulated that she won't take treats. I'm not giving any of the other dogs treats, obviously, but I think they may have detected that I have them. Inertia, can I get a wave? So it looks like Inertia just needed to satisfy her curiosity about the dogs. And now she's listening much more willingly, even though she's really close to these dogs. So now we're getting some stays with dogs in the area. She just needed a little warm up, and that's the thing, stay. Okay, good girl. Over time, as you train your dog, you want them to listen with less and less notice. This is just like a brief example of a training that I'll do a couple of minutes at a time when I'm walking past here. It's an exercise I will do many, many, many times in the future with many dozens of different dogs. I think it's probably time that we do an update on Inertia's tricks to see how she's doing. And of course, we have this added variable of a new place. This is yet another part of the park that she hasn't been to. We'll see how she does. What a cute dog. I like your dog. Thanks. I've noticed the second my attention gets divided, she's like, I'm gonna break my stay. So that just kind of supports the hypothesis that dogs don't respond well to an unfocused trainer. Sit, good girl. Can you lie down? Nice work. I'm trying out these Pupbox treats that I got, and so far they've been very effective. Stay. So she's holding a stay while there's a dog in the distance, and she's finding it worth it to hold her stay for these. Okay, it's so funny how she knows we're going into trick training. She knows this one makes my heart melt. Okay, good girl, here you go. We have geese over here that are getting her attention. So that's, again, the virtue of training in new places. Ooh, so we have a dog coming up. Another dog over here. Boy, we have chosen a great distracting environment to train in. This is exactly what I needed. Stall. She's starting to be able to hold her stall while I rise up like that. There's a good one. Okay. I didn't want to push it to failure there. Good job. So we have another puppy walking by. Obviously, that's one of the hardest times to get a dog's attention. She's really going into that down instead of taking a bow. So take a bow. I'm going to make it easier. Yes. Whenever your dog seems confused, take a step back in your training and go extra slow. I know a lot of these training exercises might seem a little redundant, but they're actually completely different when you consider the context and the environment in which you're training. All of those make huge differences to dogs. I'm going to try to use her toy as currency now that we got in our pup box. You got to deal with the geese in the background. Lie down. Yes. Play dead. Oh, roll over. Okay, I'll take it. I've been meaning to work on roll over more. We have a golden retriever coming up over here. Nice job. Thanks. Stay. So you can see she's kind of inching forward there, but she did a pretty good job there holding her stay. So you might notice occasionally I'll have Inertia interact with a dog as they walk by. I don't want her to think that every time a dog walks by, she gets to engage in playtime. Look how challenging it is to get her back on this. Let me see. Hey, go get it. Oh, she thought about it. Come on. Ready? What's that? Good. There we go. There we go. So as the dog is walking away, my job got a little bit easier. Lie down. Now she bows when I ask her to lie down. I'm going to elect to let the dog just walk by here rather than insisting she pay attention. I'll limit her access to the dog by having her on leash. You really have to pick your battles. Sometimes you might want to press the point, but you reach a point where it gets very frustrating to your dog if you just keep insisting that they do it. Let's see how simultaneous play dead is going. Sit, lie down, and wait. No, you gotta wait for me. Come alive. Play dead. No, wait, I didn't. Our rhythm is not exactly the best right now. Ready? Can you play dead? Okay, good, almost. She kind of broke a little early. Come on, we can do this. Okay, so simultaneous play dead is still a little rough, but it's looking better. Let's work on sit pretty a little bit. Again, this is one that she's in the very beginning stages of learning. So I'm trying to make her less reliant on holding onto my arm and like teaching her to balance on her butt. Again, I want to make sure her hind legs are in a position that makes it easier to balance. Sit. Yes, good. I'm not even saying sit pretty right now. I'm just really focused on getting her to go through the motions. Yes. See how she's using that restraint to keep her butt on the ground? Yes, there we go. Good, ready? Yes, look at that. Ultimately, you want your dog to be able to sit pretty like this and just hold that position for many seconds at a time, but that's still gonna take a lot of practice for her, but we'll continue to work on that as well. So my big takeaway from this lesson is, if you're gonna work on various skills with your dog in this environment, be prepared to be extra patient because, you know, it's public and anything can happen. Dogs are really curious, so they're going to be very interested in their surroundings at all times, especially the less life experience that they have. So it's still pretty early in the day right now. I'm gonna play some more fetch with her, get that energy out. This is part of our mostly daily routine. Since we were having issues with dogs earlier, I thought bringing her to this area might help. Maybe give her a little more exercise, let her see dogs at a greater distance, practice stay while we're over here. Go! And you might notice how we're starting to phase in off-leash training here. I have a long lead. I feel pretty confident that I can get to her. Go! Nice. Good catch. Good adjustment on that one, huh? She's getting more and more experience. Inertia, ready, go. This is some of the best time in the world to really desensitize them to environments because I'm not focused on any real specific training. You can see she's really winded right now. She's panting, which means she's less likely to run off and investigate things. So it really allows her to exist in public without being ridiculous. So that's really one of the added benefits of taking your dog out in public, exercising them, and just generally spending time with them. In the next episode, we're going to up the ante and take Inertia into the busy city of Atlanta for some high-stakes training practice. Get 50% off of your first Pupbox when you sign up for a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok to see how much progress Inertia has made since this video was filmed. Subscribe to this channel and click the bell to get notified every time we post a new video. Get a copy of both of my books to have all of my best dog training advice at your fingertips. They're both available in audiobook form too, and I narrated them myself. See you guys in the next video.